Hello there and welcome. My name is Hazumi Faza and I am one of the developers behind the mod called Lucium Total War. Today we are back with another faction guide slash overview, and today we are doing France. So to start off, I'm going to move over to the faction rosters. So all in all, there are two French factions, not the Republic, but the Revolutionaries and the actual Kingdom of France. So, to start off with, you've got the usual Northern Home Guard militia, just the trash, as I said in the Britain one. The Northern Light Pikemen, of course, which the British also have, I think. No, I don't actually know, but they're like the first tier of pikemen you usually get. You get the Alsace Heavy Pikemen. They're like the more heavy pikemen, as you can see from the name. Then, of course, the Regimental Home Guard, which come in after the Northern Home Guard, are not part of the standard military anymore. You go on to a first proper infantry. For France, you've got your Burgundian Line Infantry. But yeah, the Burgundian Line Infantry is a good, strong infantry unit you get. Common Musketeers, of course, you know by now, I absolutely hate them. They are the bane of the South, and they shouldn't even exist. But of course, you need that low-level trash musketeers used throughout Europe from the old Renaissance age. So this is your more standard French Royal Line Infantry. These are more empiric compared to these more Napoleonic troops, as they're like the British version as well, but blue, of course. Then there's the Lifeguard Bayonets de Roy. They're, of course, one of your first bayonet troops as well. So that means they are good at melee as well. As you can see, attack of 12. The European Bayonet Militia. They are also some standard bayonet units that you can find. And they're, of course, generic European troops. Then you get the best of French empiric riflemen. Not the best of the best in melee, but they've got great accuracy and they've got great damage in the shot. Of course, you get the generic grenadier infantry. Then you get the French light lancers. There's two types there. I'm assuming they should be capitals. But of course, any bugs you see, they're mostly either meant to be there as placeholders for Lucium Europe 3.0, or they're just bugs and we'll hopefully fix them. You've got the French Staff Cavalry, Iberian Hussars, French Hussars. These are like two good standard cav units, melee cav units. And of course you get the Reiters, the Mounted Musketeers, and the European Dragoons. And again, the generic Renaissance 12-pounder and 24-pounder artillery. Now I'm going to take us over to the revolutionary side of France. So as I said before, there's two sides of France. There's of course the French Republic, which I did make a mistake. I was confused. Just classic has a confusion. But yeah, the French Republic. They are called the French Republic. They've got similar cav, similar artillery, of course. And you get these special revolutionary bayonets, which are, of course, revolutionary bayonet units. And then you get Riflemen de la Revolution, which are just like empiric riflemen. And yeah, let's move on to the campaign. So, here we are, the Kingdom of France. The estimated difficulty is medium. And that does kind of stuff up, but of course we'll be going in with hard and hard. No advice, no reason whatsoever. So their strengths are field strong, heavily armoured cav, which you get in standard medieval too. And they've got relatively weak infantry, and that's their unit, Lifeguard Bayonets de Roy. Of course, the Revolution is not a playable faction. I don't know what will happen if you try and make them playable in the files. They'll probably completely mess shit up in the files. But yeah, I don't know what happens. I haven't dared try. But yeah, let's get into the campaign map. So of course you start off with the standard welcome to Lucium Total War message, and you've got your intro screen that was same on the selection screen. So France, not like the stupid Empire Total War version of France, which only has Paris as a region. There are plenty and plenty of places now. I did a little test run earlier this month, I know, quite a while ago. But yes, you do end up fighting the British, as they generally, the British hard AI, sail over with Admiral Gales, or Giles, I don't know how to say it. They sail over, plop an army, and just attack you instantly. So best plan of action is to assemble armies up near Caen and Rheims, or just generally on your northern border facing Britain. If they don't, then I just recommend trying to take out Britain as fast as humanly possible. But beware, you should probably station armies on the western, actually not the western, sorry, my geography is getting the better of me. All my general sense is flying out of my head, but you should probably station armies on the eastern border, as Germany, rebels, and Spain are kind of threats to you. If you finish off the British and you take these wonderful British Isles, then you probably would like to either go down the southern route, taking out Spain, or you can go and take out Germany. And I forgot to turn on toggle foul. There we go. I don't know why I always forget to do that. But anyway, yeah, after taking out Britain, which is a optional choice, you definitely have to take out Britain, I would say. Then you can either decide to move easterly, or southerly, and take out Spain. So you do have a decent starting position. Your economy is not that hard to manage either. Like Britain, it's not too difficult unless you get yourself in a very bad situation. I don't know how you do that. With France, they're quite a large faction, not separated like the HRE. They have generous garrisons, I would say, especially in Paris. And we'll just take a look at the family tree first, just in case. You only start off with two people. You start off with King Louis the Profane and his wife Bertada de Montfort. Looks quite old for 25, doesn't he? But yeah. So, as I said, if you decide to push in the Easter ways, it may be a bit easier because Germany's a bit messed up with all the split up factions, and Spain is generally quite a strong faction as they control portions of Italy up here in the Netherlands. Another cool little feature in this mod is that there is a revolution event which occurs later in the campaign. I should know, I'm a developer of course, but I've completely forgotten. But a revolution will happen in which the French Republic will emerge. So I recommend building armies around Paris to make sure you don't get caught unawares, and try not to let the revolution start in the middle of a war, because otherwise you'll be pretty screwed, because they might take Paris, and that's your capital, and it's a lot of source of your money, so it would be quite bad if you were to lose Paris. After that last note, I will say my goodbyes. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to join the Lucium Total War official Discord, which will have a link. We will have a link to that in the description. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.